Hey my friends, it's Andrea Privu, and today I welcome you guys back to a new episode of the Prima Podcast. For today's episode, I'm going to shoot an after-match review, and the match that I chose from yesterday's Euro tournaments matches is Croatia versus Italy. But before diving into that match, I would like to summarize the other match that took place yesterday at this tournament, and that was Albania versus Spain, which ended up with the final score 1-0 for Torres. 1-0 for Spain, and the scorer was Torres, who scored in its 13th. And before talking about the match that I chose to talk about today, I would like as well to share a news that has been announced yesterday, and that is that Kamil Grosicki is retiring from international duty at 36 years old. In yesterday's training, he announced that he is retiring from international duty. And in case you guys don't know, he is a Polish player. So today's match against France is going to be his last match in the national jersey, because Poland already lost their first two matches, so there's no chance for them to qualify in the next round. But yes, I'm really looking forward for that match. Actually, that is the match that we are going to discuss in tomorrow's episode. So yeah, we'll see about that. Now, let's dive into yesterday's match, and let's first of all talk a bit about the lineups. So, I do not have any remarks on the Croatian lineup, though I have a lot, and we have a lot to talk about the Italian lineup, because there have been many changes and many weird changes and kind of mind-blowing changes. And the most significant change in Spalletti's squad was the fact that Di Marco he didn't play a left back anymore. Yesterday Spalletti chose put him in the position left offensive midfielder. And that is a real big change. I mean, I understand that sometimes you need to place players in different positions than they usually play, but generally those changes are like, for example, they ask a defender to play as a defensive midfielder, but I haven't seen in a very long time this radical change, like to ask a defender to play as a midfielder or as a offensive midfielder. But I guess Spalletti knew what he was talking about when he decided to make this decision. He's a really experienced player, and yeah, I guess that decision was fair. He knows what he have seen in yesterday's training, so okay. Then I've seen the fact that instead of Di Marco, he started Matteo Damian as a left back. And as well, he started Rapsadori as a right offensive midfielder instead of Fratesi, and as well Retegui as a striker instead of Scamacca. Yeah, interesting changes in the lineup. Now let's dive into the match. Honestly, I've decided from now on to stop doing this long summarizes of the matches, but talk actually about the most important actions from those matches, and to do more commentary. That's what I have decided. So yeah, let's dive into the match finally. So in minute 11, Croatia was already dominating the game. I mean, they were having somewhere around 80% of the ball possession. Then in minute 13, Modric starts a counterattack and he gains speed, so Barella starts chasing him. So this action turned into a duel, which was won by Barella. And there I saw for the first time the fact that Modric sadly got old. I mean, he doesn't have the same speed that he used to have. And anyways, that's obvious to happen. He's 38 years old, but still the vitality and simply the flexibility in the game that this man has at his age is absolutely mind-blowing. But yeah, that was an interesting phase to watch as a really big Modric fan, because yeah, for the first time I kind of realized that, okay, this guy is almost ready to retire, but still he has one more year at Real Madrid. So yeah, let's cherish that year, that season. Okay, in minute 19, Brozovic, due to complaining when Croatia committed a foul towards Italy, he received a yellow card, and Jorginho attended the free kick, but he didn't shoot. He chose to pass shortly, and nothing happened with that action. Then in minute 24, Sucic commits a rock fall. He charges Lorenzo Pellegrini from behind, so he receives a yellow card. Wait, let me change pages. Okay, and this is it for the first half. Let me wrap it up. So what I've seen was the fact that Italy is looking better than last time. Little by little, they start looking like ex-Euro winners. Though I think this might be the worst squad Italy has I've seen ever for Italy. And I mean, I started watching football around 5 years ago, somewhere like that. So yeah, maybe I haven't seen I haven't seen many squads from Italy, but I have to say that this is the worst squad that I've seen so far from this country. What I've seen at Croatia was the fact that they played like the qualification for round 16 was out of the conversation. They started off strong, but it was kind of visible that little by little they got tired during this half. And yeah, this is kind of it. Now let's dive into the second half. I've seen in the halftime that Fratesi was training pretty intensely, and yes, before the match starting, there was a change in the lineup. Pellegrini was replaced by Fratesi, and as well there is a change in the Croatian lineup. Pasalic is replaced by Budimir. And in minute 53, due to Fratesi's handball, Croatia is awarded a penalty kick shot by Modric. And here's a really funny little story that I have from my household. So I was watching this match with my grandma, but basically we were not watching it together. I was watching it and she was reading. Like, yeah. And anyways, when I first seen that Modric is ready to shoot a penalty kick, honestly, it was kind of obvious, but yeah. When I seen that, I was like, okay, Modric is shooting, he won't miss. That is a goal going in. And my grandma, without even she didn't even lay her eyes upon the TV. She simply kept on reading. She said as a joke, he's going to miss. 1 second later, guess what? He missed. And that was, oh my god, I mean, for 1 second, I was like, it's your fault. It's your fault. You attracted this. But yeah, I really do not know how that happened. I mean, Donnarumma is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And yeah, but still, Modric is a legend. I mean, that was a tough duel right there, but still, Modric is a legend, and especially he is a legend at shooting penalty kicks. So yeah, that was kind of strange to watch, the fact that he missed. But anyways, a few seconds later, he catches the ball. And he shoots on target and he scores. He got his revenge. But yeah, that was really, really emotional to see, because I do not remember the last time when Modric scored outside of a penalty kick. So yeah, seeing him scoring again, and especially for the national team, it was pretty nostalgic and emotional for me, and I was really, really happy for him, especially because now looking back at it, this might have been his last match for the national team. So yeah, that was kind of emotional. But yes, moving forward from this, before moving away from this, with this goal, he becomes the oldest player to score at the Euro tournament at the age of 30 years old. But yeah, we'll see about that, because I think that in the next match that Portugal will have, this record will be beat. So yeah, we'll see about that. Anyways, 5 minutes away from this, there is a change in the lineup. Di Marco leaves the field and Chiesa replaces him. And then 3 minutes away from this, Luka Modric receives a yellow card as he commits a ruffle on Davide Fratesi. In minute 69, there are 2 changes in the lineup. Sucic leaves the field and Perisic enters the field. And Kovacic leaves the field and Ivan Nusic enters the field. Just 4 minutes away from Ivan Nusic entering the field, he already receives a yellow card because of complaining. And 2 minutes away from this, there's another change in the lineup for the Italian squad. Scamacca enters the field and Rapsadori leaves the field. Okay, then in minute 78 there is a yellow card received by Pongracic. He pulled down Matteo Retegui, so he received a yellow card. And in minute 80, Modric places the captain's armband on Persic's arm as he was preparing to leave the field. And yes, he leaves the field and Maier replaces him. 2 minutes away from this, we see other 2 changes in the Italian squad and in the Italian lineup actually. Darmian leaves the field and Sacagni enters the field, and Jorginho leaves the field and is replaced by Fagioli. Then in the same minute, Stanisic charges Sacagni from behind, and he realizes his fault and he apologizes, though he still receives a yellow card. That apologize did not save him from this coming, and yes, as I said, he got in the referee's book by receiving a yellow card. And last change, or I don't know exactly it's not the last change in the lineup, but let me look. No, the last change in the lineup, Kramaric leaves the field in minute 89 and Juranovic enters the field. Then in the extra time, Brozovic receives a yellow card as he attempts a dive on Bastoni, but the dive was late and it was kind of funny. I mean, I don't know. If you guys do not know, I play football and I play as a central back, so I'm really good at dives and all that stuff. And yeah, and simply watching that dive was so embarrassing because it was so late and it was so unnecessary. I mean, he tried that dive, but he didn't even touch the ball when he dived. Already the ball, that guy was not in the ball possession, was not having the ball possession, so yeah, it was pretty funny to watch. And yeah, he only hit him, and he received a yellow card, a really, in my opinion, not controversial and absolutely expected yellow card. And 1 minute away from this, Calafiori does it again. Now, he does not score an own goal, but he receives a yellow card because he pushed Juranovic trying to stop the counterattack. So, yeah. Interesting performances so far from Calafiori in this European tournament. Yeah. Then 4 minutes away from this, Fagioli concedes a foul on Gvardiol. He pulls the Croatian player down and obviously he receives a yellow card. And now the last 2 phases, the last 2 actions of this match. In minute 90 plus 8, a really heartbreaking moment happened just when everybody thought that that is a wrap, and Croatia qualified for the next round, for round 16 at this European tournament. Zaccagni scores, placing Modric's team on the edge of qualification. And yes, that was really heartbreaking for me. I mean, I wasn't really biased in this match, in this game. I really did not care what these people were doing because, I mean, I'm not an Italian supporter, an Italy team supporter. I'm not a Croatian team supporter, but there were a few players that I liked from each squad. And for me, at the end, it was pretty heartbreaking thinking about how this probably is Modric's last match in the national jersey, because in 1 year most probably he will retire. And yes, maybe now they're in the third place in their group, but there is really unlikely for them to qualify. Their results are not the best and are not the ones that would stand up for a qualification. So yeah, it was pretty sad, pretty heartbreaking, especially because like a few seconds before that goal was scored, we were literally seeing Modric, how he was biting his shirt, and he was so stressed out thinking that maybe he will finally qualify, but sadly he didn't. And yeah, that was it was a bit heartbreaking. It didn't feel good, but yeah, that is football. But then I was a bit happy for Romania because they've calculated, and actually if we lose against Slovakia, if we lose against Slovakia and they score 4 goals, we still can qualify. So yeah, I had mixed feelings on that final result, on that outcome of that match. Yeah, I was sad for our legend, our hero, our amazing player Modric, but I was happy for Romania. And then after the match ended, Spalletti received a yellow card for unsportsmanlike conduct, but I mean, I was too sad, I was too upset for Modric to even notice what Spalletti has done. I mean, I really did not notice. I've seen something that he jumped, or I have no idea what he has done, why he received this yellow card, but yeah. If I'll find the video, actually, I will put it in on the corner of the screen. Anyways, now let's start the commentary. Let's wrap up the match. So, Croatia was super uninspired and out of ideas in this match. Everything that they were trying to build was destroyed by Italy. But I think that they were lucky with Modric's goal action, and because of that, then they gained the confidence and automatically they gained more ball position. And something that I noticed was the fact that they were really good at defending, and that was the thing that saved them and made them to almost lock in a win. But it was kind of understandable, the goal action, because Italy started the siege in like minute 60. So it's really hard to resist, it's really hard to stand up to all of this pressure that was going on from the Italian squad. So yeah, I was kind of low-key, it was expected, but I mean, I've expected the equalizer to come in the extra time. But already, I mean, for you guys to have an idea, this guy, Zaccagni, he scored in the last 30 seconds. So basically, minute 90 plus 7, already I was thinking, okay, it's over, Croatia won. But yeah, somehow Zaccagni managed to score. And then, yeah. And I was a bit sad about this outcome, not just for Modric, but as well because, in my opinion, and not in my opinion, actually, Italy was a deplorable team in this Euro tournament. It's absolutely embarrassing to realize that this squad is, and simply that Italy is the ex-Euro winner. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to think about that and to see how they played in this tournament so far. No, they did not. I'm sorry, but they did not deserve to qualify. And yes, Croatia maybe is not great team. It's not this amazing team. They do not have too many individual stars, and not even them as like the power of the team is not. I mean, they're not too powerful, you know. But still, I think that they deserved more, way more than Italy did to qualify for round 16. So yeah, that was I was a bit sad for them, because honestly, the only actual player in the Italian squad is Donnarumma, and that is really hard for me to say because I love Jorginho. If you guys did not watch my previous videos, I've said that for a very long time I was a Chelsea fan. And I used to love when Jorginho was playing at Chelsea. He was an amazing player. He was a star. And then moving to Arsenal as well, I really liked him. But this season at his club, and as well this season, him playing for the national team, it was absolutely deplorable. He was a mediocre player. So this is really hard for me to say, but Donnarumma, in my opinion, was the only actual player in that squad. And to see that this squad qualifies but Croatia doesn't, it's really frustrating and quite embarrassing. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? This is football, and this is life in general. You never know what is going to happen. So yeah, you guys, this was it for today's episode. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Share it to your friends if you think that any of this information might be useful to them. Comment down below any suggestion for the next for me to improve, and subscribe to keep in tune with all of my uploads. Okay guys, bye.